Hello, welcome to this video. My name's Dan, aka Lucen. I'm a music producer and songwriter, and today I'm going to be reacting to Björk's new music video for Atopos. So let's go. Okay, so I've recently got into Björk, and here she is with a brand new single music video. I'm very excited for Fossora, the album, which comes out at the end of the month, which I will be reacting to day one, so make sure to be there on the day the album comes out, 9 PM UK time. But today I'm going to be reacting to the lead single and the music video for it. So yeah, I'm excited to see what this new kind of era of Björk is going to be about. Let's just jump right into it. But actually, before we jump right into it, if you are new to the channel and you're discovering this channel, make sure to check out all my previous Björk videos. I've done 3 different Björk reactions now, and also make sure to subscribe so you know on the day when I do her new album reaction on the 30th of September, you know exactly when it comes out and you're there and ready. And also make sure to give this video a like if you like it too, and if you want to support me on Patreon, you can do as well, and then you'll be able to actually access my new Björk reaction uncut, and you'll be able to get it like really early in the day. I basically film it and put up that version like as soon as I possibly can on the day. So yes, if you want to do that, then you can click through to the Patreon link in the description. This is going to be mad. I mean, I just know it. Move to the side as is customary. Okay, so we've got like fungi, like crystallized fungi. Ooh. It's got the lyrics on it, that's good. These no excuses to not connect. Cool. I love she's got the full band in there. It's kind of like ethereal fungi from a different planet, you know? Nice. Very dissonant, very bassy, grounded. It's like earthy, isn't it? Like. I think the excuses to not connect maybe is referencing lockdown. Her outfit is very unique. Kind of feels like she's kind of being enveloped by something, you know? I like the kind of alternative, like, reggaeton beat. It doesn't sound like reggaeton, but the drums are in that rhythm, aren't they? Oh, this is a bit foreboding, isn't it? I love that outfit, wow, that's fabulous. Cautionary. We have to grow towards love, otherwise we're gonna crumple inside. I love when she does that. Erosion. I love the kind of cautionary thing, and that's kind of under the ground. It's like underneath the surface, what is really going on, you know? Interesting, yeah. Okay, so you have to work it. Wow. It's quite foreboding. I love the cross-section of sounds in this, definitely. I love the idea that hope as a muscle is something you have to work at. Whoa. Scary. I think there's a real element of caution, isn't there? She's warning us. Yeah. I love how the clarinets and stuff sound slightly deranged, don't they? Like Grimm's tale, kind of nursery rhyme, cautionary tale. That's all the vibe in it. Very cool. Oh yeah, I loved that. What a kind of interesting message. Like, it really felt like there was like a warning of being too insular, a warning of not connecting with other people, a warning of like, almost like saying you have to exercise the muscle that is hope in order to actually, you know, be able to kind of continue and not destroy yourself, you know? That's what it seemed like a lot of the lyrics were like pushing towards, like, you need to grow out towards the sun, you need to search out love, otherwise, you know, you're just gonna destroy yourself. And that's why it's kind of making me think of lockdown and everything, because it kind of felt like she was saying, you know, you're not, like, you're trying to make excuses not to connect with other people, and it's almost like you've got all in lockdown, everybody's locked away, and they're like, okay, I guess I'll just be on my own for a while. And I think like maybe it was almost more comfortable to just kind of become very insular, but she's warning us that like if you do go too far into that, like here comes anxiety, here comes depression, you know? And so she's saying you have to look out, you have to grow out towards the light, you have to search out love, you have to exercise your hope, you have to work on that in order to actually push through and not go down into that place. Yeah. And I love how all that kind of like the imagery of the earth and stuff, and like it was almost like the warning was coming from below the earth, you know, like on the surface everything is kind of like a bit hectic, a bit like creepy and scary, and like, you know, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of like the mushrooms, the fungi, like all, it's like maybe like referencing COVID and how it was like, you know, like a bacteria, like the bacteria of it, you know, that kind of thing. But then underneath the ground, maybe that's like representing deep down inside of you, like underneath the surface, that comes the warning, you know. We need to be paying attention to what's actually going on inside of our heads. And yeah, and I loved how all of that kind of stuff really kind of tied into the like earthy feeling of the textures in the song, like the drums and everything. I mean, it's very Björk to have that, those kind of industrial drums, but they really felt like low, you know, and like so did like all the woodwind instruments. Like it was kind of like full-bodied and rich. It wasn't like flutes and stuff. It was like clarinets and bassoons, presumably that kind of stuff that was kind of giving it this full kind of grounded, very, you know, that kind of feeling. And so like I love how all the sound then ties in with all the imagery, like mushrooms that are growing from the ground, and like actually like the warning coming from beneath the ground, and it all kind of being very natural. Well, it's not natural on an alien planet, but kind of being like a woodland. It's like, yeah, it kind of gives me all of those kind of things, and it all ties together with the sonic palette of the song, and with, yeah, maybe the kind of regrounding of your like psyche. I don't know, do you know what I mean? Like there's that lots of that kind of stuff going on in that music video. Really fascinating. I just love that when you like listen to a Björk song and actually watching a video, you can find so many different layers to pick apart, to kind of try and understand like, you know, what the message she's trying to portray in, because we know that she's trying to portray the message in multifaceted ways. Like there's so many different ways in which she's trying to convey, you know, visuals, sound design, lyrics. So let's look at the lyrics and see if we can get a full idea. I'm not sure what Atopos means. You have to let me know, because that'll probably have... Actually, let's Google it. Atopos is a genus of carnivorous air-breathing land slugs. Ew! Okay, well, maybe she's trying to say that everyone's turning into slugs. Maybe that's the thing. If you don't get up and get out and search for love and try and find, you know, other people and connection, then you're just going to turn into a big slug. It's so gross. I mean, that actually matches the visual of the video, doesn't it? In a gross way. Yeah, are these excuses not to connect? Our differences are irrelevant. To only name the flaws are excuses to not connect. In the context of lockdown, I'm like, because I'm assuming that she wrote this throughout lockdown. Oh, Atopos is the lead single. The title comes from the Greek word meaning unusual, out of place. Okay. Not the slug, but maybe the slug is involved? I don't know. I think, yeah, she's saying like to only name our differences is just an excuse for us to not join together. I bow to all that you've given me. Thank you for staying while we learn to find our resonance where we do connect. That maybe that's like to the fans, you know, like staying with me, like whilst I'm trying to figure out this new place that I find myself in, to find our resonance, the things that we resonate on together, that's where we can connect with one another. If we don't grow outwards towards love, we'll implode towards destruction. That was the lyric I picked up on, like where it's like you need to be reaching for love, you need to be reaching towards hope, otherwise you're gonna, you know, go to maybe a place of depression or something. My plant doesn't reach towards you, there's internal erosion towards all. Pursuing the light too hard is a form of hiding. I'm not sure what. Pursuing the light, maybe that's like internal, like trying to figure out yourself out psychologically or something. Maybe it's about trying to like just go back to the basics of like saying, you know, we need to connect with one another. To insist on absolute justice at all times, it blocks connection. Maybe that's like a comment on trying to be perfect. By the way, if you are new to my videos, then the comment section is a place for us all to discuss the lyrics. So if you have any ideas or opinions on the lyrics and everything, like I really want to read everything that you have to say as well. That's what's great about Björk. You can pull it apart and everyone's going to have a completely different opinion. Yeah, our union is stronger. Our union is stronger than us. So it's like we're more together than we are apart. Hope is a muscle that allows us to connect. Yeah, so you need to work on your hope. You need to exercise your hope. Yeah, you need to like actively pursue hope. You need to actively pursue one another. That's kind of the reference to it being a muscle. Or maybe the muscle is the slug. To be fair, I wouldn't put it past her to be referencing a slug. Amazing, yeah. It's about like don't recede into like your own head too far, because that way leads danger. We need to connect, we need to stay connected, because that is stronger than ourselves and will help us through difficult times. Yeah, it does feel like the whole song is like this warning against becoming too insular and trying to encourage people to really embrace everybody around them again. I think that's something that like me and my friends particularly have noticed has been really difficult post-lockdown. I think we all did recede into ourselves so much that we kind of forgot how to be social human beings. And like this last year has been like, I've had this discussion with so many people where it's been really difficult to become social again and almost like know how to meet new people and know how to chat and, you know, all of those kinds of things. And so maybe that's what Bjork is actually kind of talking about, is that like we need to like exercise this social thing, because individually we have no hope, you know. So I really kind of relate to the message that she's trying to put across, because I found it quite difficult. I ended up just like forcing myself, like she's telling us to do the song, I ended up forcing myself to like socials and stuff, because I was like, I'm not meeting anybody in London. Like I moved up like post lockdown and it was like I like have my friends that I already knew and my housemates, and that was kind of it. And then I was like, no, I need to like go to all these social events. I went to all these meetup groups, met loads of gays. And like by being proactive about it, even though I was scared, it's really like made me so much happier, you know? Yeah. So I relate and I agree. And I think that is a good message to be put across. Cool. Make sure to let me know what you think. I loved that and I'm so excited for the album. Yeah, again, subscribe so that you're here for the album reaction. Or go on Patreon if you want to check out the album reaction, like as soon as it's filmed and uploaded on the day. It's usually around like 2 p.m. that I get the Patreon version uploaded, the uncut version. And then the edit usually goes up at 9 p.m. on YouTube and 7 p.m. on the lower tier of Patreon. So if you want any of that stuff, like you can head through to the Patreon. Lovely, thanks for joining me. I will see you for the Fosora reaction, but if not, you can check out all of my other Bjork reactions and you can check out my other reactions for other artists too, if you're interested in those. Cool. See you later. Bye.